ज्ञानतिमिरान्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरोन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। नमो विष्णुपादाय कृष्णपृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्तस्वामिन्निति नामिने। नमस्ते सारस्वते देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देशतारिणे। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्त वृंद। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। It is described that physically being in Vrindavan is very, very important in Kartik, no doubt. If we cannot do that, at least we can be mentally in Vrindavan by meditating on different pastime places, hearing about different pastime places, glorifying different pastime places. In every sampradaya, the acharyas will highlight some places which is very, very dear to them. And this is very important to understand. Because when we belong to some parampara, we are supposed to be chaste to that parampara and imbibe the mood of that parampara. Initially, everything is okay. Whatever we do is okay. But then with time, the things become very narrow, and it should become very narrow. And finally, it becomes one-pointed. And it has to be one-pointed. Because as we go deeper in our spiritual practice, it is expected that our attachments. So now I'm not speaking about giving up material attachments, developing spiritual attachments. Those are for newcomers. We don't speak all that here. We are speaking about in the attachment in Krishna consciousness. In that, what to be attached to, that is also very, very important to understand. And with time, we are supposed to develop those attachments. If we don't develop those attachments, then we have not imbibed the mood of the parampara. Sometimes some devotees say that the goal of my life is to visit all the 106 Divya Deshams. Appreciated. Very nice. But a Gaudiya Vaishnava's goal cannot be this. Our goal is to reside either in Vrindavan, Mayapur or Jagannath Puri. Many times in Vrindavan also, devotees like to go here and there. That's very nice. Appreciated. But we have to see where did our Goswamis spend their maximum time. Where did our acharyas like Bhaktivinoda Thakur, Saraswati Thakur, Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada, where did they spend their maximum time? And we will see that all our acharyas, they glorify one topmost place, and that is Sri Radhakund. Shyamkund, they don't speak much, but it's understood. It's associated with Radhakund, so it comes in a package. Radhakund and Shyamkund. Srila Rupa Goswami, very beautifully, in Upadeshamrita, he glorifies different places. And through this we can understand that how Gaudiya Vaishnavas, they're very particular about the place which they want to be in. He says, Vaikunta janito vara madhupuri tatrapi rasotsavad Vrindaranyamudara paniramana tatrapi Govardhana Radhakund mihapi gokulapate Premamrita plavanat Kuryadasya virajato giritate Sevam vivekinakaha. Very nice. Vaikunta janito vara madhupuri. So much higher than Vaikuntha is Mathura. And say we ask Rupa Goswami, why do you say that? Why do you say that Mathura is greater than Vaikuntha? He'll not say because I'm Gaudiya Vaishnava, so I'm saying. He'll give a reason for it. And he says, because Lord appeared in Mathura, so Mathura is greater. Then if we ask him, is there anything greater than Mathura also? Yes, he says, Tatrapi Rasotsavad Vrindaranyam. He says Vrindavan. Out of the 12 forests, Vrindavan is the greatest. I mean, Vaikuntha, then Mathura, then Vrindavan. So if you ask him why Vrindavan is the greatest, and he says, oh, that is the place where the Rasa Leela of the Lord takes place. Okay, that's very nice, which we cannot connect to. But is there anything greater than that? At that time he says, Udara Pani Ramana Tatrapi Govardhana. Govardhan is higher, even as compared to Vrindavan. And if we ask why so? And he says that Udara Pani Ramana, our Lord Sri Krishna, he lifted Govardhan for 7 days and 7 nights. And those were the wonderful pastimes that took place under the Govardhan hill when Lord Krishna was holding the hill. That was the only time when everyone in Vrindavan were very happy. Gopas were happy, gopis were happy, cows were happy, calves were happy, mother was happy, father was happy, everyone was happy. But apart from those 7 days, some of the other group would be sad. Early in the morning when Krishna would leave his home to enter the forest for grazing the cows, the most happiest people were Gopas. They were so happy, so ecstatic. Right from the midnight, they would start, Krishna, let's go, Krishna, let's go. And Mother Yashoda would come and drive them away. Go and sleep. Coming and waking my dear child, he's so tired, he's fast asleep. But then there'll be 2 groups of people who will not be happy when Krishna is going to the forest. Who are they? Okay, first group is gopis. Gopis were like, oh, our Prananath is going. Our Prananath is going. And they would just keep seeing. So say Krishna is coming like this. They'll just keep seeing and seeing and seeing. And then Krishna enters the forest and he disappears in the forest. And their state is completely different as described in the scriptures. They are completely like a statue. A lot of pain in the heart. And now their meditation is so deep. They are thinking, now in the forest when Krishna was walking, what would be happening to his feet? Look at their tension. What would be taking place with his feet? This feet is so very komal, so very soft. And they sing, Shilatranan Kurai, Sidati Tinaha, Kalilata Manaha, Kanta Gachati. They are saying, oh Lord, there are many, many sharp stones which are lying on the street. And these cows, they'll just eat half the grass and they'll go. They'll not eat full grass. They'll eat half of it. And when half of the grass is cut, then the remaining part becomes very sharp. And oh Lord, when you step on that, oh, it will be very paining. Now thinking about this pain that Krishna would be feeling, gopis are feeling painful here. Along with that, they are not able to see the Lord, they are not able to take darshan of the Lord. So that is the first group which is sad. Tell me the second group that is sad. Yes, Yashoda Maya, Nanda Maharaj. Now they are feeling the pain. Oh, my Kana is leaving. And as soon as the sun sets, Maya Yashoda is always in anxiety. Why he didn't come? Why he didn't come? Where is he? Where is he? What happened to him? Did he jump from the tree? Did he jump into the waters of Jamuna? I had told Balram to protect him. Did he protect or not? Did he tell him not to eat the poisonous fruit? She would be in different anxiety altogether. I think Nanda Maharaj would be telling her, don't worry, sab theek ho jayega. He'll come, don't worry, he'll come. So this was the case. And there was another group of people who would be very happy when Krishna was entering the forest. Who are they? Demons. Yes. All the forest dwellers, they were extremely happy. It is described when Krishna and Balram are entering the forest. The trees, they are coming down to touch the feet of Krishna. And Krishna is entering inside. At that time, peacock comes from the other side. And the peacock is dancing. And after some time seeing Krishna, peacock is stunned. She is offering, or he is offering various peacock feathers at the lotus feet of Krishna. There are various birds. They are just looking at Krishna. There are some birds like cuckoos. They are beautifully singing, welcoming Krishna into the forest. There are deers who don't have anything else but to offer. So they're just offering one thing which is very, very beautiful in their entire body, and that is their beautiful eyes. They're just looking at Krishna. So in this way, all of them, they're extremely happy. Extremely happy. So in this way, all the pastime goes on in the forest. But when Krishna is coming back, there are again two groups of people who are sad. Who are they? And the Gopas and the forest dwellers. They're very sad. Two groups are happy. The gopis and the parents, Mother Yashoda, Nanda Maharaj, they are very happy. But when Krishna lifted Govardhan, everyone was happy. The cows were happy. By the way, there was another group that was very happy when they go inside the forest as cows. It is described sometimes the cows would stop grazing and just keep looking at Krishna. Just keep looking at Krishna. There are some great poets, they sing, if at all I have to get next life, may I become a cow in Vrindavan, whom Krishna takes to the forest to graze them. They were the cows. But when it comes to lifting of Govardhan, those 7 days and 7 nights of festival, Indra was thinking that he'll harm all the Vrindavan Vasis, drown them, etc., etc. But here there was a different festival that took place under Govardhan, where all the gopis, they are watching Krishna. All the Gopas, they are watching Krishna. They are taking darshan of the Lord. Mother Yashoda is looking at Krishna. And all the cows are looking at Krishna. The center of attraction under Govardhan is only one personality, that is Krishna. And Krishna is busy looking at some other people. So Krishna is busy looking at Srimati Radharani and all the gopis. And Balram is looking at Krishna. Whom are you looking at? And when it comes to Mother Yashoda, she is happy also, she is sad also. She is looking at Krishna, and every minute she is thinking, oh, look at my dear son. He's becoming thinner and thinner every minute. Because every 3 hours she'll feed Krishna. And now for 7 days, 7 nights, she's not able to feed him anything. So she is in a different tension. And all the Gopas, all the friends, they are looking at Krishna and they are thinking, how much pain he'll be feeling with that little finger he's holding from such a long time. Let's put our stick and support him. So all the Gopas, younger Gopas, elder Gopas, they all, and they're like, Krishna, now you can leave, we are holding. And it is described, Krishna is moved a little bit, all the sticks broke. Krishna, Krishna, hold. Don't leave, hold. So Tatrapi Govardhana. So Govardhan is even above Vrindavan, because that is the place which gave happiness to all the Brajavasis. Radhakund mihapi gokulapate premamrita plavanat. But above Govardhan also, Radhakund is the topmost place. Because the waters of Radhakund and Shyamakund, they are not ordinary H2O. They are the prema condensed. Premamrita plavanat. And they are very, very wonderful pastimes that take place in that particular place. And here is the last question that takes place, is asked by Rupa Goswami. He says, Vaikuntha, above that, Mathura, Vrindavan, Govardhan, Radhakund. Radhakund is the top. And at the end he is asking a question. Kuryad asya virajato giritate seva viveki nakaha. Who are those unintelligent people who would not like to reside on the banks of Radhakund? Me. All of us sitting here. We are those unintelligent, foolish, stupid people who don't want to reside on the banks of Radhakund. So Rupa Goswami is asking, he's sarcastically saying, you foolish people, what are you doing in Bangalore? Get lost from here. Come to Vrindavan. Come on the banks of Radhakund. Take darshan of Radhakund, Shyamkund. Every day pay obeisance, take bath. Taking bath is not allowed, by the way, for us. Pay obeisance, worship. So in this way, we see our acharyas, they have made it very clear. For us, the topmost place is Sri Radhakund. In fact, we will see that around Radhakund, you will find Gaudiyas only, Gaudiya Vaishnavas. You will not find anyone else. In Vrindavan, now we have various temples. We have one Sri Vaishnava temple also. We have the temple of this Nimbarkis as well. But around Radhakund, you will just find all Gaudiya Vaishnavas. All Gaudiya Vaishnavas. You will find only Gaudiya Vaishnava Tilak there. That's the place that is given to us. So entire Vrindavan, all 12 forests are very, very important for us because our Lord has performed various pastimes. But here Srila Rupa Goswami says the topmost place is Radhakund. In Chaitanya Charitamrita, Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami, he also highlights. He says, Saba gopi haite Radha, Krishnera prayasi, Taiche Radha kunda priyara sarasi. Here it is said, Saba gopi haite Radha Krishnera prayasi. So she is the topmost gopi, very, very dear to Krishna. Taiche Radhakund priya. And therefore even Radhakund is very, very dear to Krishna. Why Radhakund is very, very dear to Krishna? Priyara Sarasi. Because Radhakund is very, very dear to Srimati Radharani. So Radharani is dear to Krishna. Radhakund is dear to Srimati Radharani. Hence proved. Nice. So Radhakund is dear to Krishna. In another place, Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami is quoting from Padma Puran. Please repeat. Yatha Radha Priya Vishnu Tasya Kundam Priyam Tatha Sarva Gopeshu Saivaika Vishnu Ratyanta Vallabha. So here it is described that Srimati Radharani is very, very dear to Krishna among all the gopis. And therefore, Radhakund, which is dear to Krishna, is dear to Srimati Radharani, is very, very dear to Krishna. So in this way, we see our acharyas are putting all these shlokas and saying, hence proved, Radhakund is very, very dear to Krishna. Let's try to understand some deeper aspects of Sri Radhakund for our purification. In spiritual realm, it's not that only in Bhauma Vrindavan we have Radhakund, Shyamkund. Even in spiritual realm, we have Radhakund and Shyamkund. So it is described that one day Srimati Radharani and Krishna, they're feeling a lot of separation from each other. Now it's very difficult to understand. Both of them are sitting beside each other and they're feeling separation from each other. What does that mean? Very difficult. What does that mean? So one day, when Radha and Krishna are sitting together, suddenly Lord Krishna, he was feeling separation from Srimati Radharani. And he started crying and weeping. And his blackish form turned into Gaura complexion. Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi. And he was actually assuming the form of Srimati Radharani, and he was running in the forests of Vrindavan, calling out the names of Krishna. And here, Srimati Radharani, looking at this state of Krishna, she was understanding, what is this? How much he loves me. So she went into ecstasy and she is feeling separation from Krishna. And it is described that her complexion turned into Shyama Varna, bluish blackish complexion. And she is crying and she is calling out the names of Srimati Radha. And here, the gopis are coming and they are trying to pacify both of them. Krishna is not there, they're trying to pacify Srimati Radharani, who is now appearing as Krishna. But she is not ready to listen. Then they went inside the forest and somehow caught a duplicate of Srimati Radharani. Yes, Krishna himself as Sri Radha. And they started pacifying him. But he is also not listening. And then finally they started narrating the state of Srimati Radharani. And then Krishna, he came back to his consciousness. And then he comes back there, pacifies Srimati Radharani. And in meanwhile, they cried so much. They cried so much in separation from each other, with so much of love for each other, that there were two kundas formed by their tears, which were Radhakund and Shyamakund ki. Yeah. Therefore, it is described that these two places, these two lakes or these two ponds, they are not H2 plus O2 equal to H2O. They are the condensed love of Srimati Radharani and Krishna. Very, very deep. That's called as a liquid prema. Liquid prema. Many times people say, Prabhuji, I don't understand what is Krishna prema. And don't worry, you will not understand. Baddha Jivas, how we can understand. With time, as we advance, maybe little bit, when it's revealed by the Lord, we might understand. But if you really want to touch Krishna prema, you can just go to Radhakund and just touch the waters of Radhakund. and Shyamakund. And that is Krishna Prem. That is the condensed love or the liquid form of Krishna Prem that is described. So this is in the spiritual realm. We'll come back to spiritual realm again. When we speak more about the spiritual realm, it's very nice. We can feel the pain of our current status of life. So we'll discuss about that more. But on this planet, they manifested Radhakund and Shyamakund. Because every spiritual personality, spiritual entity, some Leela will happen and that's how the entity will manifest. Like for example, Govardhan was there in some other place and then he was picked up and he was got to Vrindavan by Hanuman. So Hanuman picked up Govardhan somewhere in Himalayas and he wanted to take Hanuman for building Rama Setu. But then there was all Kartal's rang saying, done, Hari Bol, all done. No need to get any stones and mountains. The entire Ram Setu is built. So that time Hanuman was not understanding what to do. He promised Govardhan that I'll put you as one of the stones on the wonderful bridge and the Supreme Personality is going to walk on you. And Govardhan was extremely happy. And then when this was announced, so he kept Govardhan down. Now Govardhan was very sad. So Govardhan said, you promised? You promised? What about your promise? So now Hanuman is trying to ask Lord Ram, I promised him what to do. So at that time, Lord Ram is saying, I'll be coming in my original form as Sri Krishna. Here when it comes to Ram Setu, only once I'll be stepping, that's it. So when I'll come as Krishna, I'll lift Govardhan for 7 days and 7 nights. And Hanuman told this to Govardhan. And Govardhan said, oh, wonderful. I'll remain here. And that was the place where currently Govardhan is there. Now we might ask, but Govardhan is eternal entity in spiritual world. What is the need of all this pastime? So all this drama is done so that the entities all come together at one place and they perform different pastimes. And similarly, Radhakund and Shyamakund are eternal in Govardhan. But still, there was a Leela that was manifested so that Radhakund and Shyamakund could manifest in that particular place. So the famous demon, if I'm not wrong, the last demon in Vrindavan, not of Vrindavan. Which demon that was? The topic is Aristasura, so it has to be Aristasura. One of the last demon he was. So Aristasura. So Aristasura came in the form of bull. So he came as a bull. Now he was not a normal bull. In our Goshalas, he was not like that. He was huge. It is described the hump that was there behind Aristasura that was touching the clouds. That's how huge he was. And he was not, making sounds like that of a bull. He was roaring like a lion. And everyone in the entire place of Vrindavan, Gokul, Mahavan, they were all feeling a lot of fear. And they all approached Krishna, especially the gopis. And Krishna, in his wonderful style, he called Aristasura. He fought with him. And very wonderfully, he killed Aristasura. How did he kill? Okay, he punched him. And that, anyways, he does with all demons. Okay, with tail, he swirled him and threw him. But again it came. He held the horns and he broke the horns. And he killed him. Now, after this was done, the actual pastime starts from here, which we are interested in. So at that time, it was almost the late evening when this entire pastime took place. Gopis headed by Srimati Radharani, they came where Krishna was there, where he killed this Aristasura. So Srimati Radharani and Gopis started saying, oh, we'll not touch you. You're very sinful. And Krishna said, why I'm sinful? Very nicely they have given in the pastime. You have killed the male cow. I don't know in Sanskrit what was written, but in translation they have given, you have killed a male cow. And Krishna said, no, he was a demon. So I've killed a demon. So at that time, gopis headed by Srimati Radharani, who also know all Shastra, they quoted from Srimad Bhagavatam 6th canto. They said that Vritrasur was also a demon, but still Indra got sins, no? So at that time, there was no question of speaking. Krishna couldn't speak anything. He was looking down. Now he does not know what to say. Supreme Personality of Godhead, Swarat, is not able to speak. And then he looks up and he asks, so since you people know that I am sinful, you will also know how to get out of this sin. You'll also know the solution. Now Srimati Radharani and all the gopis, before itself they had gone to Purnamasi and they had a discussion. They were very serious that Krishna has become sinful. So they went there and they had already asked, see now Krishna has become sinful, what is the solution? And Purnamasi had told some solution. And they came with that solution to Krishna. And now when Krishna was asking for solution, so at that time, all the gopis and Srimati Radharani, they said, since you have committed this heinous sin of killing a male cow, you have to take bath in all the tirthas of all the three worlds. You have to travel everywhere and you have to take bath. So at that time, Krishna was like, he looked at all of them and said, who will go out all the three planetary systems? I will call all of them here. And Krishna with his heel, he struck the ground and there was a hole that was made. And immediately, all the tirthas from all the three planetary systems manifested there. And they entered that particular hole, which was big. And that was the tirtha now. And Krishna, in a very nice style, he looked at all of them. He entered the water. He took bath and he came out. He said, I'm all pure now. Param Dhamma, Param Brahma, Param Dhamma, Pavitram. Paramam Bhavan. Arjuna is saying this in Bhagavad-gita. And gopis are saying, you're apavitra. And now Krishna is saying, I've become pavitra. So after this, all the gopis said, you are Mayavi. This is normal H2 plus O2. You have taken bath in ordinary water. How can we believe that all the tirthas are here? And at that time, Krishna said, wait a minute, don't doubt me. And he just hinted all the tirthas who were there in the form of water in that kund. And all of them, they manifested in the personified form. And they all stood in front of Srimati Radharani with folded hands. And they all started introducing themselves. Hare Krishna. I'm Prayagraj from so-and-so place. Hare Krishna. I'm Kaveri from Bangalore. So in this way, each and every tirtha was introducing itself. I'm Mandakini, I'm this, I'm Bhagirathi, etc., etc. And then all of them in front of Srimati Radharani, they entered the kund again. Now Krishna, he told all of them, so now you believe that I'm fully pure? And Srimati Radharani and Gopis, yes, we accept. But now Krishna throws a googly at them. See, I killed Aristasura, the male cow. And all of you standing here, you are watching all that. So I killed, so I got sin. And since you saw a sinful activity, you have also got sin. So now I have taken bath in tirthas. So I am purified. What about you? So Krishna very mercifully sees all Kripalu. So he said to all the gopis, Srimati Radharani, chalo, no problem. You also take bath in the same kund. But Srimati Radharani and gopis said, Shishi, will not. You have deposited your sin there. How can we take bath there? We will make our own kund. And there were lakhs of gopis. They immediately removed their bangles and they started digging the place. So before digging the place, Srimati Radharani is very intelligent. She was seeing which place to start digging. So there was the hoof print of Aristasura. Now he was huge. So his hoof print was also huge. Already there was a hole. So they removed their bangle and with great enthusiasm they started digging the entire place. And in very less time, the entire place was ready. Now Krishna, He looked at all the gopis and Srimati Radharani. Oh, well done. Haribol. Very nice. But there is no water in this. No problem. Take water from my kunda. Don't say all this again and again. You have deposited your sin there. We cannot take it. Then Srimati Radharani said, we all gopis, we will fill this kund with the waters of Manasi Ganga. We will make a chain and we will get water and fill this place. They all started making the chain and they started passing water and pouring water, and Krishna couldn't see his devotees doing so much of hard work. So he asked all the tirthas there, he just hinted them again and they understood what has to be done. All of them again, they came as personified personalities and they stood in front of Srimati Radharani offering wonderful prayers. Oh Srimati Radharani, you're so great. Brahma, Shiva and all of them, they worship you. All of them, they just wait for your sidelong glance. Kada karishyasi hamam kripa kataksha bhajanam. When will you cast your sidelong glance upon me? This is the prayer of all the Devi Devtas. You are the prayasi of Supreme Personality of Godhead Krishna. You are Vrindavaneshwari. You are the queen of entire Vrindavan. You are the mother of entire creation. Oh mother, please give us shelter in your kund. And Srimati Radharani was very pleased with these auspicious prayers. It's very easy to please the mother. She was very pleased and she allowed all the tirthas to reside in the kund. Now how tirthas flowed from Shama Kund to Radhakund is very nice. So Krishna took his flute, and so you can just imagine, one side we have Sham Kund, other side we have Radhakund, in between there is land. So Krishna created a hole with his flute and the water from Shama Kund flowed into Radhakund. That's how Shama Kund and Radhakund manifested. And it is described that all the gopis then took bath in Radhakund, and at that time Krishna, he said in general to everyone that this kunda is very, very dear to my dear Srimati Radharani. Therefore, this kund is also dear to me. Anyone who takes bath in this kund, they will attain similar love which all these wonderful devotees have for me. In this way, this was the thing that Krishna said. And it was very, very wonderful festival that took place where all of them enjoyed the pastime in Radhakund. So let's go back to that pastime only and try to understand how is this entire place of Radhakund and Shyamakund. Very beautifully, Das Goswami in Radhakund Ashtakam, he is offering this very wonderful prayer. Okay, all can chant maybe. Vrishabadhanujanashan Narmadharmoktirange Nikhila Nija Sakhibir Yatsvahastena Purnam Prakatitam api vrinda Ranyaragya pramode Tadati surabhi radha Kundameva shrayo me. So again and again, the 8 stanzas and last line of every stanza is Tadati surabhi radha kundam eva shrayo me. May the fragrant waters of Radhakund or the fragrant Radhakund be my shelter. You know where was Raghunath Das Goswami residing after coming from Jagannath Puri? On the banks of Radhakund. So we all were there in the place where Raghunath Das Goswami spent his so many austere years, that is Jagannath Puri. From there, he had got an indication from Chaitanya Mahaprabhu that his future residence will be on the, Govardhan. What was the indication? Shaligram Shila, that was? Govardhan Shila. So Govardhan Shila and Gunjamala was given. So Govardhan Shila, it represents Govardhan, Krishna, and Gunjamala represents Radharani. So Govardhan and Radharani. Govardhan, Radhakund. So he was residing on the banks of Radhakund. So now it's very nice that Das Goswami or Raghunath Das Goswami is mentioning this again and again, that I want Radhakund, the fragrant Radhakund, as my shelter. And in this particular first verse, the first stanza, he's singing that how Krishna killed Aristasura and how all the gopis, they were joking with Krishna, and how Krishna, he filled the waters of, or he filled the kund with his own hands, waters from his own kunda, and that kunda got the name Radhakund. That's what is mentioning in this very, very beautiful verse. Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur and all the other different acharyas, they are giving a description of how Radhakund and Shyamakund in spiritual realm look like. When we go to Radhakund, the place, so when we go there, what do we see? We see all buildings around. We see all monkeys around. We see that all the pandas were ready to catch you. They help us do nice worship. They say, Abhi फूल चढ़ाओ, अभी दिया अर्पण करो, फिर ताली बजाओ और जोर जोर से हंसो. Now they know very well, city people, they are always sad. At least यहाँ आके तो हंसो. And it's very nice how people laugh also. This is what we see as of now. But those devotees whose eyes are anointed with love, they don't see all this. They see something else. They see something on a different platform altogether. And Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur, who is one of the associates of Srimati Radharani, he is writing in a song, very beautiful. He says, Chintamani Maya Radhakunda Tata Taha kunja shata shata Prabala Bidruma Mayatarulata Muktafale Abanata. He has written 3 verses, and in those 3 verses, he is longing to stay in the same place, which is his Nitya place. He says, Chintamani Maya Radhakunda Tata Taha kunja shata shata. The entire place of Radhakund is not just built with cement and stones and things like that. He is saying, Chintamani Maya. Touchstones are put there. They are precious jewels. How many jewels? Shata shata. Hundreds and hundreds of jewels are there, which are there around the entire place of Radhakund. Prabala Bidruma Maya Tarulata. Now this is also very nice. Now when we hear all this, now we feel like, okay, it's like a fairy tale, where all these things are described. No, it's not fairy tale. Fairy tale is taken from here. Yes, so they have to copy, from somewhere. They have taken it from this reality, and they have made the other fairy tales of this world in terms of movies and other things. So what is spoken here? There are lata. Lata means creepers. Taru, trees. So all these things are there, but they are made up of jewels. They are made up of various precious Chintamani stones. Now if we ask, so what fruits do they give? And here Bhaktivinoda Thakur is saying that they don't give apple, mango, etc. Their fruits are also gems. Their fruits are also valuable stones. Their fruits are also Chintamani stones. You can just imagine the entire place, how beautiful that will be. More description our acharyas are giving in different books. So there are 8 sakhis, very, very intimate sakhis of Srimati Radharani. Okay, let me see if we know the names of 8 sakhis. Yes. Okay, Lalita Sakhi. आपकी दोस्त है क्या मतलब? Either you say Devi or Sakhi after that. Yes. Vishaka Sakhi. Yes. And Tunga Vidya Sakhi. Yes. Chitra Lekha Sakhi. Champak Lata Sakhi. Yes. Ranga Devi, Sudevi. Okay, Indu Lekha. Done? किसने काउंट किया? Tunga Vidya Sakhi. Yes. Sudevi Sakhi. So these are the different sakhis. Now it's very nice. So nice. In the month of Kartik, we're discussing about these great personalities. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. He knew very well हम बद्ध जीवतों का दर्शन कर नहीं पाएंगे. He instructed that yes, sakhis should be installed on the altar in Mayapur so that devotees like us can at least go and take their darshan. Sometimes newcomers are like, इतने सारे लोग क्या कर रहे हो altar पे? And very nicely, their lotus feet are also there in front, which we can touch and take their blessings, and we can pray to them. You all are so close to Radha and Krishna. Please recommend our names to them. So all these sakhis around this place, Radhakund, they have their respective places called kunja. So we have forest, we have kunja. Kunja is a very dense, thickly populated place where hardly any sun rays can enter. So very thickly. So you can imagine the place, almost like a room. So it is described that every sakhi has got one kunja. So Lalita Sakhi, she has got a kunja in northern direction. And that's the largest kunja, it seems. And in that kunja, there is 1,000-petal lotus-like structure. Largest kunja. And there are many, many different things which are there, which are made up of gold, emerald, etc., etc. So this is Lalita Sakhi's kunj. And then we have Vishakha Sakhi's kunj in the northeast direction. And then we have next Chitra Devi's kunj in the eastern direction. And it is described that her kunj is very, very colorful. Very colorful, different colors. The name Chitra itself means variety. The variety of colors there in that kunja. And then we have Champaka Lata, Indu Lekha Devi's kunja. This is in southeast. And everything in this kunja is white. The trees are white, the flowers are white, structures are white, everything is white. And then we have Champakalata Devi's kunj in southern direction. And everything there is gold. You can imagine if you are able to witness this entire place as it is. That's what Rupa Goswami is seeing all this, and he is saying, who are those unintelligent people who will not reside on the banks of Radhakund? And we are the ones who will raise the hand. Ranga Devi's kunja in southwest direction, and everything there is blue. And it is described, Tunga Vidya Devi's kunja in the western direction is everything in crimson color. What's crimson color? Brick-like, yes, reddish. Sri Sudevi's kunja in northwest direction, everything there is green, which you can imagine. Everything is green there. And then we have, these are 8 already done. Now I was very fascinated to know that we have Radhakund, and in the middle of Radhakund, we have Radharani's younger sister's kunja. There is Ananga Manjari's kunja in the center of Radhakund. Now see, it's not that only we are advanced. This is the source of all advancement. In the middle of Radhakund, there is kunja, and there is a jeweled bridge that connects to the northern direction. So if you want to go to that kunja, yes, you have to climb that and go there. And yes, we cannot go. It's all for them. And it's also described, if you want to know exactly where this bridge gets connected to. So now when we do Radhakund Parikrama, so there we have Janava Mas Baithak. So when we go there, you can always look for this Janava Mas Baithak. From there, this bridge goes to the middle of this place. It is described that since they use the bangles to make the Radhakund, they also called as Kankana Kund or Kanchana Kund. So when there is cleaning of Radhakund that takes place, so at that time, all the water is removed, the huge structure. So in the middle, even now the videos and photos are available, you can see. So in the middle there is a structure. And that is actually the Kanchana Kund that was originally created by the Sakhis and Srimati Radharani. So in this way, we have these 8 kunjas around. Now, when it comes to Shamakund, there are 8 kunjas around Shamakund also. And you know whose kunjas these are? The sakhas of Krishna. They're Priya Narma sakhas, very, very close friends. So they're sakhas, they're Priya sakhas, and the Priya Narma sakhas. You all know 8 names of Priya Narma sakhas? We don't have altar, so. So here are some names we can remember because they're very, very close to the Lord. If Lord has accepted them as Priya Narma Sakhas, you can imagine how much Lord likes all of them. So one is Subala. So Subala's Kunja is there. Now this Subala's Kunja is there in the northwest direction, and especially this place is called as Manasa Pavana Ghat. And this is personally managed by Srimati Radharani. So these Sakhas don't manage their Kunja. So one Sakhi will manage the Kunja. So Srimati Radharani personally manages this Kunja, and it is described every day at 12 noon, all the Sakhis go to take bath there in that particular place. Therefore, when devotees do parikrama, they choose a time in such a way that they're there during this time and they do parikrama of the entire place. Madhumangal's Kunja in northern direction. So this is managed by Lalita Devi. Ujjwala's Kunja in northwest is managed by Vishakha Devi. Arjuna's Kunja, Chitra Devi. Gandharva's Kunja. Gandharva is a name, by the way. It's not the Gandharva, the singers. Indulekha Devi. She is the one who manages. Vidagda's Kunja, Champakalata Devi. Kokila's Kunja, Ranga Devi. And Sanandana's Kunja, there's Tunga Vidya Devi. So these personalities manage their various different kunjas. Now it's very nice to know that Radhakund is a place where our lordships, they spend, there are 8 slots where they do pastimes. So in one of the slots, they're there in this place of Radhakund and Shyamakund. And our acharyas, they give the precise timings, which hour to which minute. Everything is given. So they say that morning 10:48 a.m. This is the precision of our acharyas. 10:48 a.m. to 3:36 p.m. Srimati Radharani, Krishna and all the other, these intimate personalities, they come to that place to perform various pastimes. Now it's very important to note that obviously these kunjas are there of different colors and various different things are there made up of these chintamani stones and all the precious stones, gold, etc., etc. There are specific places where there are jhulan. So there's when the description says a beautiful lotus structured jhulan in which their lordships will sit and have jhulan festival. Inside the beautiful nectarian water of Sri Radhakund, Srimati Radharani, Krishna and all the Sakhis, they have wonderful water sports. There's Nauka Vihar that takes place. There is a pastime described as a honey drinking pastime. So all of them, they drink honey and they enjoy in that place. Now, when I was reading all this, so I was just thinking that मतलब ये exist करता है और अपने को दिखाई नहीं देता ये सब. Can you imagine? Even today when you go to Radhakund, so all these pastimes are taking place. That's Nitya Leela. So those devotees who have reached that platform of Krishna Prem, they are able to witness this entire thing. And that's how these personalities never left that place. Raghunath Das Goswami, no. All the other acharyas, they came to that place. They spent a lot of time in that place. Because they are the ones who are able to witness all these different pastimes. These entire, or these places in their divine form. And when it comes to us, our eyes are so lusted. We are not able to see any of it. It is described, first we have to get Bhagavan realization. उसके बाद ये सब दिखाई देगा. कोसते तो हैं हम लोग इतना. We keep speaking about these Brahman realized souls, useless. Paramatma realization. Bhagavan realization. अरे भाई ब्रह्मन पे तो आओ पहले. Yes. ब्रह्म भूत प्रसन्न आत्मा न शोचति न कांक्षति. There is no lamentation, there is no hankering. For those people who have reached Brahma-bhuta stage, look at us. Dialogues तो मारते हैं हम लोग, बड़ी बड़ी dialogues मारते हैं, लेकिन we have not reached anywhere. All the time lamentation, all the time hankering. And that too, no spiritual lamentation and spiritual hankering. Only material lamentation, only material hankering. Therefore, it's very important to understand that there is an entire spiritual realm waiting for us. Entire spiritual realm waiting for us, where we can enter that spiritual realm and serve the lordships. As Narottam Das Thakur sings, Radha Krishna Prana Mora Jugala Kishora. So for him, Radha and Krishna are prana. For him, Radhakund, Shyamkund are prana. And for us, if we leave two blanks, dash and dash are my prana. All of us will have different names to fill except Radha and Krishna. That's what is our current situation, current status. We have so many other people whom we are attached to, so many things we are attached to, but unfortunately, this attachment towards the lordships is not there. Tell me that the entire spiritual realm that is waiting, when will we enter that spiritual realm? At least hankering should be there, no? When will that day come when I'll also be able to witness this entire thing that is described our acharyas? Our acharyas are not just giving all this just in writing so that other people can just read and do some time pass in their life. They want to create that hankering. You foolish people, what the hell you people are doing? You're not able to chant Hare Krishna properly. Chant nicely, then you can go higher and directly come to the platform where you can witness all these different things. I was discussing this with one senior devotee. He said, bro, what is the point of discussing all this? Holy name is not entering the ear. We are not able to hear the holy name. We are not able to perfect the chanting of Hare Krishna Maha Mantra. Then where is the question of Rupa, Guna, Leela, Dham? We are talking about Dham here. The spiritual realm. We are talking about spiritual Dham. Therefore, we should ask ourselves, kahan phase hue hum log? Where am I currently stuck? And what is waiting for me? So those devotees who hanker for that, they will give up the lower hankerings for sure. But when we don't hanker for that, when we are not keen about all this, we're not very keen about serving the lordships in the spiritual realm, we are like, any devotees quote also at times. See, Prabhuji, our mission is preaching mission. So we should preach here. Birth after birth, I should be here and I should preach. Useless argument. अरे वहाँ attendance तो देख के आओ पहले. What preaching we will do when we don't have substance? We don't have any substance. To be frank, few senior devotees were discussing and then I was also part of the discussion. And the discussion was, actually what as of now this generation is doing is, that is we are just creating a platform for the actual devotees to preach in future. So the actual devotees will come and they are going to do the actual preaching. For that we are just creating a platform so that they shouldn't endeavor too much. They can directly preach because they will have some substance. Apna to khokla ekdam, very hollow. We don't have any substance inside. Only big things will speak. Like currently I am speaking. Very, very important to note. Currently where are we and where are we supposed to reach? And when the devotee realizes this, then immediately he starts feeling this entire samsara to be tuchha, insignificant. Very, very insignificant. All the sense gratification of this world will become extremely insignificant. All the attachments of this world will become extremely insignificant when we are hankering for something higher. And those devotees who hanker for something higher, they are the ones who will make it to the spiritual realm. For sure. Maybe in few lifetimes, if the hankering is not that intense, if the hankering is intense, this very lifetime. So that lalasa is very important, that greed is very important. ऐसे नहीं कि, bro, see, I am humble, so I don't think about all this. Humility is in the hankering, where you hanker and show that I don't deserve to be there, but I have that intense greed. That yes, and I want to be there serving the lordships. So in this way, when we hear all the description like this, the heart should pain. Firstly, heart should be happy. Oh, such wonderful place. Secondly, the heart should pain that where am I currently stuck? Where am I heading towards? It's as if the spiritual realm is in one direction and I'm going towards other direction. And in between, I think also that I've become a pure devotee. Little bit. No. Therefore, again and again, a devotee should analyze, am I advancing? Am I advancing? And how do you understand how are we advancing? By what are we hankering for in life? If our hankering is clear, then immediately we'll realize that yes, we are going closer and closer to the destination. If the hankering is something else, we'll be getting closer and closer and closer towards that nonsensical thing which we are hankering in this material world. Therefore, every single devotee, when he starts hankering for the higher things, naturally the lower hankerings will be given up. Once the lower hankerings are given up, devotional service becomes easy. Devotional service becomes, in Hindi we say makhan. Very simple. very, very free-flowing. That's how it will be. Therefore, this place, Radhakund, is a very, very amazing place with so many wonderful pastimes of the Lord. Obviously, we are not eligible to discuss all the pastimes of this place. But surely one thing is very clear. That place is very, very dear to Krishna. Very, very dear to Srimati Radharani. When Srimati Radharani and all the associates of the Lord, when they winded up their pastime, even all these places, they became lupta, hidden. So great grandson of Krishna, whose name was Vajranabh. So he made a place in Shamkund area. He called as Vajrakund. That place is called as Vajrakund. That's there inside Shamkund. Again, when the cleaning takes place, then this place can be seen. Vajrakund. But again, Vajranabh also, he was towards the end of the Uparivan. Now Kali Yuga is going on. So 500 years back, again this place was lupta. It was hidden. And the same personality, that is Krishna and Srimati Radharani, when they came in one form as Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, they came to these different places. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu came to this place. And now, since he is into his role as a devotee, he is searching where is Radhakund, where is Shamkund. He is asking the Brahmanas there, so do you know where is Radhakund? Do you know where is Shamkund? And they're saying, yes, we have read about it in Shastra, but it's not here. Sorry. So at that time, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he himself decided, I will myself explore the place. See, when it comes to all the other Goswamis, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu gave a task that you explore or you find out the different places which are lupta, which are hidden now. And they all went around and they found different pastime places of the Lordships. They found different deities installed by Vajranabh, the great grandson of Krishna. But Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, when he personally was there in Vrindavan, at that time, he personally discovered these two places, that is Radhakund and Shamkund. So you can imagine how important this place is for us. Because we are Gaudiyas and Gauranga has discovered this place for us. So at that time, so that entire place was field. One place was called as Gori Khet and another place was called as Kali Khet. So Gori Khet is the field which is looking like white colored, and other was black colored, Kali Khet. And there, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu could see that there are two small water puddles. And Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, obviously, his own kunds they are. So he realized, or he got to know, he could see, oh, this is my Radhakund, oh, this is my Shamkund. And in that small water puddle, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu started taking bath. And he was so ecstatic, he was crying and weeping and all that. And all the people around, they were witnessing this entire scene. And they were thinking, this personality is not an ordinary personality. This personality, for sure, Krishna himself, who else can exhibit such ecstatic symptoms? And it's described that Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he took bath, he took the mud of Sri Radhakund and he applied all over his body in the form of tilak. And he declared that these are the two places called Radhakund and Shamkund. Now after this, when Chaitanya Mahaprabhu left that place, he went obviously to different places. And after a good amount of time, there came wonderful personalities. And one of them was Raghunath Das Goswami. Raghunath Das Goswami, one day he was looking at this place. It was 12 feet by 12 feet square. He would sit on the banks of the small place and he would chant. So he was thinking, maybe I should reconstruct this place. And suddenly another thought came, what am I thinking? How can I, unqualified person, reconstruct this place? No, this is not possible. He gave up that thought. But since the pure devotee has got a thought, how will Krishna not fulfill? So there was one person who was going to Badrinath to take darshan of Narayan. So Lord came in the dream of that person and he inspired that person that whatever donation you're planning to give, go and give it to Raghunath Das Goswami. And that person, all the way he came searching, who is Raghunath Das? Who is Raghunath Das? He finally found Raghunath Das Goswami. And he offered a huge donation. Raghunath Das Goswami, you all know his levels of renunciation. Level 1, 2 and 3. Yes. So the person who is renounced at that level, initially he said, no, I cannot accept. And later he realized that this is the plan of the lordships. I should accept. He accepted that, and under the supervision of J. Goswami and Raghunath Das Goswami, the entire structure got built. And the same structure we are able to see today in the form of Radhakund and Shyamakund. Can you imagine how much indebted we are to our acharyas? वो तो बस बना के चले गए, वहां जाते. Normally people go to Radhakund, Shyamakund while doing parikrama of Govardhan. So they start at that road, beginning of Radhakund, Shyamakund, and they start doing parikrama. And finally when they come to Radhakund, Shyamakund at the end, legs are paining so much. अरे यार भागो यहाँ से, खत्म करो, let's leave. But you know what? This place is so very important. And this important place, our acharyas have given it to us in this parampara of Gaudiya Vaishnava Sampradaya. So after this, many wonderful personalities have come. Like Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur. Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur did bhajan in this place. And in this place, Bhaktivinoda Thakur is writing this song which I just sang. And in that song he says that there are many wonderful gardens. Hundreds and hundreds of gardens. Basically he's talking about kunjas. And he's aspiring for something, and he says, I aspire to sit in my garden, which is called as Swananda Sukhada Kunja. And there I would like to chant Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. So this name, Swananda Sukhada Kunja, on the banks of Radhakund, this name was given to his house in which Dweep? Of Mayapur? Navadweep? Godrum Dweep. So in Godrum Dweep, Bhaktivinoda Thakur, he built a house, and to that house he gave the name Swananda Sukhada Kunja. See, when it comes to us, we take a house and then we ask our superiors, Prabhu, कुछ नाम दे दीजिए तो. क्योंकि अपना तो वो जगह नहीं है कहीं. Look at our acharyas. Oh, they're so transcendental. They're siddhas. They're perfected beings. So whatever place they have in the spiritual realm, the same name they're giving now when they're performing their pastimes on this earthly planet. So Bhaktivinoda Thakur did his bhajan in Radhakund. Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur, he did his bhajan in Radhakund. Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami, he did his bhajan in Radhakund. If I'm not wrong, he wrote a good number of verses of Chaitanya Charitamrita in Radhakund. And at the same time, after that comes Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur. Now see, these waters of Radhakund, as we already discussed, this liquid prema. This is not ordinary water. So there was a parikrama that Saraswati Thakur had got to this place. This was in the year 1936. Thousands of people had come. So just to set an etiquette and show how to respect Radhakund, Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur, he simply took 3 drops of water and sprinkled himself. And he said, this is taking bath in Radhakund, this is respecting Radhakund. Just imagine how much our acharyas, they give importance to this place. For them, putting their feet in the water, they're thinking, oh no, this is not proper. This is not proper. Can you imagine? And these people from different places, when they come to this place, since they come barefoot, first they do is wash their feet in Radhakund. Look at our acharyas. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu instructed, our acharyas instructed not to step on Govardhan. Therefore, there is a temple on Govardhan, but we don't go. We don't go and take darshan in that temple. Because we are very clear. We are chased to our parampara. Our parampara has told that not to climb Govardhan. Be away. You have adhikar of just doing parikrama. You don't have adhikar to participate in Krishna's pastime on Govardhan. Yes. Similarly, for us, it is told we don't have adhikar to put our feet inside Radhakund. That's what we understand from this pastime. Then in 1976, after 40 years, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada got parikrama. And in this parikrama, Indians are not there, Westerners were there. So Western devotees, they had come. And when they were going around, so normally in every yatra there will be some people who will not listen to the organizer. Yes. So there were some who are not listening to the organizer, the main organizer, that is Srila Prabhupada. Immediately removed the clothes and jumped in the Radhakund and started swimming in Radhakund. And Prabhupada got furious. He got furious and he said, "What is it, a swimming pool or what?" This was still, okay, I heard in some other place, I don't know how much true that is, I couldn't find reference, that some Western ladies who had come there, they were in their swimming costume, taking bath in Radhakund or swimming in Radhakund. And Prabhupada was really annoyed. And at that time, he said this very, very wonderful thing, that there is no difference between Radhakund and Srimati Radharani. You don't have adhikar to take bath. And at that time, he asked, how can they jump over Radharani? They are jumping and taking bath. How can they jump over Radharani? So at that time, Prabhupada gives the instruction, you cannot even touch your feet to Radhakund. You can take a little water and sprinkle it on your head. This is how you show respect to Radhakund. So these are very, very important pastimes, very, very instructive for us. On another note, it's very, very important to understand that we are not eligible to understand this subject matter. But it's a mercy of Srila Prabhupada that he opened it for everyone. Everyone. For that matter, if we are not told about all this, I think we will be the ones wearing gamcha and jumping in that waters, swimming, and then telling the organizer, "Prabhu, aur ek ghanta, Prabhu, aur ek ghanta." Maza aa raha hai, maza, ekdam maza aa raha hai. So we will be those personalities if we are not told about this place. But look at the mercy of our acharyas. They have given a detailed description and they have given the importance of the same, and they have told it very clearly that this is the place, which is the topmost place for Gaudiya Vaishnavas. And therefore, when Gaudiya Vaishnavas go there, they offer prayers to Radhakund the way they offer prayers to Srimati Radharani. They chant Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi prayer. They chant Radha Kripa Kataksha there, looking at the waters of Srimati Radharani. They pay obeisance to Radhakund. They do parikrama of Radhakund. It takes only 15 minutes to do parikrama. And it is described that this parikrama marg is also very special. Why, when the Mughals were attacking Vrindavan, so all the deities of Goswamis, they were getting shifted to Jaipur. So they were bringing the deities, and on the way, this parikrama path will fall. So these deities would be kept there for a day or two, and their service would happen in that place, and the deities would leave to Jaipur. Therefore, now Pratibhu Murtis are there, which represents that, the original deity had come here and that had stayed here for some time and accepted service. So like that, when it comes to devotees staying in Radhakund, if they want to take darshan of all the 7 temples of Goswamis, they need not travel to Vrindavan. They just go to these temples. There are 7 temples around this entire place. And the place where Chaitanya Mahaprabhu sat, and through his divine vision, where he could see Radhakund and Shyamkund, that place is a very, very important place for all of us, and that is called as Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's Baithak. That is the place where he sat under the tamal tree, and he looked at the place, and with his divine vision, he could see those 2 small water puddles to be Radhakund and Shyamkund. If Chaitanya Mahaprabhu had come there, then don't you think Nityananda Prabhu would be following? So Nityananda Prabhu has also come. We have Nityananda Prabhu's Baithak there. If Nityananda Prabhu has come, won't his wife come there? Janamama also came there. So Janamama Prabhu's Baithak is also there. So in this way, this place is a very, very powerful, potent place. Very, very potent. And this place was manifested on the day of Bahulashtami. We can remember the entire pastime. So now it is described that Bahulashtami is not the time when Radhakund and Shyamkund manifested in Dwapar Yuga. But this was a re-manifestation of Radhakund and Shyamkund in Kali Yuga by Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So that is Bahulashtami. So Chaitra Purnima, if I am not wrong, is the time when Radhakund and Shyamkund manifested in Dwapar Yuga. And this Bahulashtami, especially Gaudiya Vaishnavas are the ones who observe this. And for us, anything connected to Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is topmost. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he was the one, he discovered the place, he rediscovered the place, And therefore, that is the appearance day for the Gaudiyas. And Gaudiya Vaishnavas, at middle of the night, 12 o'clock, they enter the waters to take bath in Radhakund and Shyamkund. So this is the celebration that takes place on Bahulashtami. And we are very, very fortunate. We are physically not there, but at least we know that something like this is taking place. And we can always take darshan of Radhakund, Shyamkund live. There will be many videos that will come. There will be wonderful decorations that is done with all the ghee lamps all around. And a lot of festivities with Chappan Bhog and this and that all around Radhakund. And this is very clear for the residents there that Srimati Radharani and Radhakund are non-different. So they'll worship like that. They'll offer bindi, they'll offer saris, chundaris, etc. to Radhakund. So in this way the worship happens. The only thing that I could say is we are very fortunate to be part of Gaudiya Vaishnava Parampara. So we have to be very clear which dham is ours. And our acharyas have given us Vrindavan, Mayapur and Jagannath Puri. And our acharyas are so very attached to Radhakund and Shyamkund. So wherever they go, they establish that place. Srila Rupa Goswami and Sanatan Goswami, when they were serving the Mlecha king at that time, they were so attached to Radhakund and Shyamkund that they had created a Gupta Vrindavan in their palace. And there was Radhakund and Shyamkund also. Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur, when he set up the entire place in Mayapur called the Saraswat Mat, so there he invoked Radhakund and Shyamkund, even Giriraj Govardhan. So you see the attachment of our acharyas to this wonderful place. So as of now, we don't have that attachment, but we can always pray that when will that day come, when I'll also develop some attachment with all these wonderful places. And also when will that day come, when I'll be able to witness the place as it is. At least before leaving the body, this should happen. If this doesn't happen, what's the use of this human form of life? What's the use of giving up so many different things that we have given up? We could have also enjoyed like the materialists are enjoying. We have given up all that and we have come here to follow very strictly. We are trying our best to follow very strictly. But what's the point if the final goal is not achieved? So along with the strict practice, there should be hankering also. And as of now at our level, the first hankering is, when will that day come when I'll nicely chant the Hare Krishna Mahamantra, where each and every mantra I'm able to hear very nicely with proper pronunciation. And when will that day come when I'll not stop chanting? That is the next level. And after that, rest will automatically manifest. That I think we need not worry much. But hankering should be there, yes. That is what is supposed to be seen. And as of now, I'm not able to see all that because my eyes are lusted. There is no prema. So let's pray. It's a very wonderful month going on, Kartik month. Let's keep our hankering in front of the Lordships. If we don't have hankering, let's tell the Lordships, I don't have hankering. Please, you gift me that hankering. And if you don't want to pray that also, pray little things. That please help me to develop taste in the holy name and Srimad Bhagavatam. It all begins from there and will keep going higher and higher. And before leaving the body, if someone can witness this entire thing, at least at the time of death, we can tell everyone, it's there. It's not a fairy tale. It's there. Thank you very much. Radhakund, Shyamkund, Giri Govardhan ki, Vrindavan Dham ki, Shri Krishna Chaitanya Mahaprabhu ki, Jagat Guru Srila Prabhupada ki.